Hey, are we live? Yes, we are. Shut up, ad. uh, are my ducks in order? You know it's bad when you're hearing me commentating in my commentary voice, in which I try to not um be bad. Anywho, let's see. Ping dingo. Ping everyone else. Just should be all my ducks in order. Alright. Okay, yeah, my ducks should be in order. Anyways, for our first match of today, may I present to you, may I present to you, aviating defecation versus Unzenta. If I were to just ping Shark real quick. Anywho, have I done an intro yet? I haven't done an intro. Hello, every pony, and welcome back to Stratosphere 131st edition. Today, I'm your horrible host, H-J-U Nuff Nuff. You are live for a 16-player Tetrio World Championship Silver. Did I just say you are live? I meant we are live. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, you know. I love talking to myself. Hi, me. Hi, Botchas. This intro is amazing. Also, thank you. Oh, yeah, it was my birthday. It's been 2 days. Like, it's not my birthday anymore. For real. I should... What if it was? Then I'd have multiple birthdays and I'd be extremely concerned about the well-being of my health. For real. Chat. Is Shark dead? It was! Yeah, I kind of forgot about it too. Because, you know, it already happened. But yeah, it was recently. And you want us to pink Shark a second time because I'm annoying like that? At least give it 5 minutes. TWC points, for real. We all need some luscious TWC points in these trying times. Am I even in top 32 anymore? I don't know. Bro, I overslept RTZ, Radiant, completely forgot about Taz Open's existence. Yeah, suffice to say, I don't feel like I don't feel like trying anymore after that one. Oh, I didn't even oversleep RTZ. You know, I was playing, I was playing, you know, I had them silent. I had freaking Stacking Arena silence. And I didn't get pinged, and I was playing a video game. I mean, you know, it's not my fault they ping for the most useless things sometimes. Anyways, I'm on official business here. I can't throw shade. Um, Taz opened 32-player Snowman got number 2. That's crazy, chatters. I'm I'm freaking, I almost swore, freaking quitting Tetrio after TWC. That's a promise. I don't want to play this game anymore. Okay, it looks like we have both our players in their rooms. Ask for warm-up. We get a no. And a no. Okay, good luck, have fun. Wow, would you look at that, chat? It's gaming time. Did I misspell something somewhere? Please tell me I didn't misspell something somewhere. No, it should be fine. Real. Potato, how could you do this to me? FD with a little bit of cheesening, though, I mean, kind of cheese and salt. General state of the board, Zen starting to build advantage. FD with an easy counter, though. You have to break here. FD nearly misplayed that, but it's fine. You don't stall there. Kinda RNG down stack. And GL, FD lives, though. Bit of an overthink. No. I mean, Flying Aries is fine. Like, who am I kidding? No, it's fine, Potato. Oh, Zen, bad board state. No Q RNG is going to save you this time. 0-1. That is a bit of an opener misdraw on Zen's side. She's fine though. I lied. You lost too much pace from that. 0-2. To be fair, everyone's gotten a bit faster. Except me. But, you know. Flying Diarrhea with the initial advantage here. Will this convert into anything? The tank into the scene before downsack. And Zenta does have a cancel in order to live. But I'm sorry, but that's way too much pace loss. Flying Diarrhea pushes on with that upstack for another little surge for the kill. Really nice follow-up there. Flying Area, I'm going to pump out that 4.5 PPS LST. Oh, that is some RNG garbage. Oh, that is... Talk about garbage RNG. It's crazy. Zenta with a nice upstack here. FD still on that 7-2. Finds the count to 6. Going to be able to cycle to the next one. Forcing Zenta to break way too much. Flying Diarrhea easily eats that surge and counter surges. He is seed 1 for a reason. Slight ditto going on. Oh, that is a big fractal. Out from diarrhea into a bit of a down stack. That is a boatload of cheese. The pacing is just not here with this one. Replay will not be saved. Wait a minute. Even if I wasn't playing, that thing would still be there. um, yeah, something's up with multi-stream. There's a an LQ fix for this, which I will do when we're not in a set. I remember how OBS works, which I don't, so it probably won't work immediately. TST Tower, okay, that is kind of a meme, I will say. Okay, this is what we in the biz like to call bullying. Yeah. Actually, would that even work? No, because I know it would mess with that, and that'd be weird. You know, maybe I should check if they updated multi-stream. Mine's from, like, November. It's been over half a year, chat. Anywho, nice little TSS quad 21 for the kill. Yeah, this is just an out pressure moment. I don't know what else to say. To be fair, replay will not be saved because we only save replays if we have to. Interesting build. Talk about a Shichiku from FD. On that DS. Nice find. Bit of a 12. Does cancel out nicely for them. Into a small surge break defensively. FD using that speed advantage to push for a more cheesy upstack pressure. Nice convert, double TSS. And Santa could not cycle that Q in time. Love and 10. Even if, like, I could, like, just make a mask, like, over it, but then when the score shows up, there'd be this weird disconnect that you could slightly see, and that would annoy me to no end, so, like... Oh. TP's got stuck. No sweep, chatters. No sweep. Let's go. Double no sweep. Flying diarrhea with a bit of a too aggressive moment there. No sweep is not a command. You may petition flower peddler sketchy at a later date. Zenta full offense here, ignoring the garbage. It will come back to bite her right now, I presume. If Fungaria actually had something. To be fair, it is significant enough where even the waste of time is not gonna matter too much in the end, because that cheese is a bit layered on there. Flying diarrhea is going to take it 7 not 7, 11 too. Cheesecake. It's been ages since I've been to the Cheesecake Factory. Is that even a thing? Like, is this like a Eastern Seaboard Yankee thing for us Americans? Or is like the Cheesecake Factory actually relevant in other places? The last time I've been, I think I was like 14. I'm gonna be real, it was ages ago. When X Plus? Never. That's one. Speaking of X Plus, um, we're going to head into a certain next shot. I don't think I need to ping you, Botchess, for this one. I'm gonna be real. Road to H rank. Whoa, would you look at that versus screen? If it would update, why does this not want to update recently? So annoying. Give TR for real, for real. Please match me 10 times and give me all the TR you have. I am not queuing after this. I'm gonna probably gonna be too pooped to queue. Anywho. Anyways, ask for warm up. Seems like we are in fact getting a warm up. Anywho, it's time for various chatter as I play the video game. That is an Among Us from our lovely friend Botchas. A Mo guy. Okay, I honestly wasn't expecting the. Okay, there's someone around. Of course, Botchas. Yeah, okay. You know, I will refrain from commenting. Commentating your own game while playing on a guest account is frightening. Welcome to Hummingbird Nest, where we are very professional. Oh, okay. Gonna open with a good case of what is Botchas doing. And I'm gonna close with a good case of I just misdropped. But actually I was gonna say Botchas is outpacing me here a bit too hard. I mean, honestly, I should just mute for these segments. I'm gonna be real. It's kind of hard to play anywhere remotely good. But, you know, chatter's interesting. It's not a 4 wide eye spot. I should have waited a bit more. average bot chest. Average bot chest set. I'm gonna be real. Average bot chest set. I will not elaborate. Aw. Oh, peace, how could you? How could you, my square yellow friend? Has anyone pointed out that the O piece kind of reminds me of SpongeBob? Why am I just realizing this? The O piece is literally SpongeBob. Okay, like... This can't be the first time someone has noticed this travesty. I'm gonna real. I don't think I had much of an option there with my current pacing. Besides doing the thing faster. Isn't that literally what I just said? Okay. The TV, the Patrick! Real! This is actually just a... Tetris is just a metaphor for Bikini Bottom. Okay, I'm gonna be real, I'm pretty much dead here. Or not. Yeah, this is a bot chest if I've ever seen one. Secret SpongeBob lore. For real, for real. Patrick spin triple. SpongeBob saying I'm ready is just stick spin. Cause early OPs. You know, I don't care about that. Why did you actually die to that? Okay. I understand now. Does that make me FP Squidward? What? Oh, my pacing kinda bad. Okay, that means the Z piece is Mr. Krabs. I don't have the pacing for this. Yeah, that's what happens when you play greedy and you don't have speed. Uh, I should have went for the T-spin. I'm gonna be real. I was going to die otherwise anyway. Just because I was probably gonna die anyway doesn't mean I have a shot at greatness at 0 PPS. Aw. Yeah, no. I feel like speed in this game is like Mario Kart. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it just is. H. Or should I say, road to H! Parentheses rank. As you can see, I'm providing quality commentary for my own gameplay. That is to say, crap that's completely irrelevant, because if I actually try it here, I'd play even worse than I already am. That was complete RNG, I'm gonna be real. Oh, OSK, may you bless my pieces with, crap. Oh, I misread Q. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I just, I meant to hold. I am yapping too much. Is what weaklings would say. So you see, just a bit of tanky wanky. A bit of uh-oh. a bit of chat. Look at the score. Okay, no, I'm not doing this. I'm a professional. I'm a professional silly, or is that a silly professional? Aw. I'm gonna be real, that wasn't a very smart down sack on my part. Oh well, we try, chat. We try. You know, Galactics is never gonna post it on one of their things, but what they will post is me absolutely winning in Stratosphere for no reason. Says a lot about society, don't you think? Skull emoji. No! I lost too much to that misdraw, I'm gonna be real. Oh, that doesn't skin. And so, the curtains close on this... Okay, this is not a wondrous ballad me. This is a meme. Okay, I'm just gonna be out pressure. I see how it is. Oh, I misread the stack. GG. Anyways, enough of me. Enough of that. You didn't see that. Please expunge your memory. Let me write that down. Are we ready? Which is another SpongeBob reference. Jumping off the nearest dockyard to go under the sea into Bikini Bottom. Next up on my to-do list is to fill out this. Boop boop. Do a bit of strike through markup text. And U versus U. U versus U. Should be good. Time for some pings. U and U. Next up on our list today, we have Seed the Third is Zabulks versus Seed the Seventh Grape. Fillies and gentle colts, may I have your attention to the versus screen? And may I have my own attention to the fact that Grape asked for a warm-up. Which we are in fact getting. It's warm-up time. We're going to see some PCO upstacking from both players. Epic Fractal, just because it's not how I do it doesn't mean Grafe is doing fine. Grafe is doing fine. Oh, Zavok's on the ropes here. Barely has the pacing in order to not commit die there. I think it's gonna be good. A bit of down stacking. Grape, ooh, slight misshot. That's going to be easily convertible into an upstack though. Sabulk's looking to defend this. Kind of has risky pieces. Does have that skim. Waits for that cancel. Really nice. Sabulk's is going to go down. Grape starting yet another build up. That is not an okay opening. Going to have to break early. This is Sabulk's game here in order to take advantage. As Grape misdrops again. And that's going to be the warm-up to the player on your left. Look at early O back without thinking of SpongeBob. Yes! My bikini bottom psyop is spreading throughout Tetrio. Very. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into it. PC out from both players. Y'all are unoriginal. Going to be an initial spike from Grape. Grape holding on to the small surge, looking to make it into something greater, but it looks like no. I don't know. Savos's board looks kind of crap. You kind of waited too much there. I don't agree with that down stack, actually. Still, I mean, Grape isn't really taking advantage, though. That was... It could have been better from Savos, but it could have been a lot better from Grape. Savos is going to have an easy out here. Is Grape unfortunately could not find any sort of lick of pressure immediately. I see the slower playstyle. He's more of a defense. Grape not wanting to be caught off guard by a crazy downstack or anything at the moment, but that is all about to change. You know, if Grape didn't die to block out Greed, oh, that is very unfortunate. You hate to see it. Also, I hope my squeaky chair is doing well today. A bit of tanky-wanky going on Savolx's side. Crazy all-spin into TSS. Here comes the break, but it all just cancels out with Grape's break as well. Initial surge is broken onto mid-game. Shudders. There was a bit of a moment there. Spook's going to take advantage. Yeah. I don't know. That was a misplay. You need to... You can't break like that. Not in that position. You really can't. Fractal coming out from Grape. Really nice find. Going to opt to extend it further here. Not trusting the DS spike there. It's going to be extended enough. Sabulk's pushed to the top a bit too far. That smelled like a pacing issue. I mean, it doesn't... That spike didn't seem exceptionally unsurvivable. Just a bit of unluck versus some bit of pacing, and yeah. Grape going to tank the singular line of cheese. We live in a society in which plonkers do not, in fact, rule the world. Right, going to be forced to do a bit of downstackering Sabulks with the crazy 10 surge advantage. Great, that is kind of a weak break. NGL, you don't break there, not like that. I'm not going to tell you how you could have broken because I'm not that good, but like, ooh, nice downstack find, 19 combo. Unfortunately, Grape did have, it did mostly cancel. I say mostly, Grape didn't misdraw. Otherwise, I'm looking fine here. Grape finds a nice convert. Spolk's off to cheese there. Grape wasn't in a position to cancel. Oh, but still, Grape doesn't even need to. Just holds onto Surge and breaks it later. And Spolk's wasn't prepared to go down there. Yeah, you always need to be ready to go down in that sort of situation where you have a slower pace than your opponent. Or else that surge break there is just kind of greedy. Oh well, it happens. We're going to see Grape with the initial surge building. That is not how you maintain that. Oh, that's going to bite Grape in the back. Luckily, it wasn't too big. Managed to survive, and it came out all clean. Grape now kind of on the defensive here. Sabulks does the counter spike down stacky thing. Yeah, I can speak. And unfortunately, it looks like Grape unable to not get counter spiked. Kind of just sent clean to Sabulks there. Not really any, couldn't convert into a actual offense position. Honestly, as someone who's seen people play, including Grape, arguably Grape's main weak point in this video game. I don't know. It could just be me yapping. I'm no Wumbo. Right here, managing to go down. This looks build up on that 3 PPS pressure. Grape barely able to keep pace, but keep pace nonetheless. We're going to reset to a more neutral board state. Subulk breaks. Ooh, Grape had something good going there, but that missed shot going to put him a lot of behind. Ooh, misses that spin there as well. Oh, it's Subulk, that missed drop. Oh, even worse, that it could have been fatal if given a unlucky Q. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You don't like dying to misdrops like that. This looks awkward Q. Going to slow him down enough. Grape has clean. Grape looking to convert, but just off the down stack. I mean, yeah, you are going to see relatively more cheese incoming from Subulk if you're not cancel up stacking like Grape is here. Which Grape is in fact doing. Just take one bit of cheese, but will that matter? Because if Grape plays this right, this could convert into a kill. Ooh, big 24. Grape finds it. Nicely done. 3-3. That is how you play Tetrio. And that is to say, that is how you find a kill, which is things that I don't tend to do a lot. Yeah. Subulks with the nice all spin. I'm going to break early. Grape just going to pure cancel it with upstack. Leading Grape to the initial surge advantage. Fat 9-0 from Grape with that garbage. Hamburger heaven. Oh my god. I'm going to be honest. Grape is kind of getting lucky here with the garbage sends. Subulk's meanwhile trying to build up something in order to cancel. Kind of rough position. Finds the fractal, but it's not going to be enough. I was hearing the over 20 surge rut-row sounds. How else am I supposed to... They're not exactly warning sirens. They're like... Never mind. Excuse me. We're going to see a bit of a stall. And it looks like Grape nearly dies from it. Grape, we're not good on keeping the pacing here. Yeah, no. Subulk ties it back up again. Nice stall. Into that constant pressure. Chef's kiss. Staller's dream. Grape, I wouldn't send clean there. I'm gonna be really honest. Don't send clean there. Subulk sending out that surge as... Actually, Grape. You should have placed the Z piece all the way to the left. I know that makes a hole, but that's actually better in that very specific scenario. Yeah. Oh well. Bit of a situation. Bit of some stacking. Oh, Subulks, you can live this. You can live this. Ooh, don't skim like that. That is such a bad skin from Subulks. Do not skim like that. That is fatal. Ugh, please keep that well open. Even if it kills you. I'd rather you die trying to keep the well open than make a skim like that. Okay, I should probably stop being mean to the players. Great with a nice convert. Bit of a tight on. I don't know what's happening to Subulk's board. I presume misdrop. Rough. 5-6. Grape's favor. We're halfway through the set here. Mm. Oh, and there might have been a misdrop on Sabok's side. I saw that S-spin. Crappy Q. No, no, you just... That Q sucks. That misdrop became fatal because of bad RNG. I hate to see it. Bit of some PCO upstack on Grape's side, I presume. Big, fat, clean coming to your location. Subooks with the 20 DS Grape. Almost caught off guard, but not quite. Grape is fine. Oh no, those misdrops. Oh no, that is rough. SMH. I'll forever be a PCO hater. I was a PCO hater in Season 1, and I'm a PCO hater in Season 2. That is a big fat spike. Great manages to get through it though, and then sends a bit of his own for the cheese. It looks like both players just... It kind of ended up neutral, because they just did the same thing to each other, and it wasn't enough to kill for either of them. Grape... Still kind of in a cheesy situation. Does manage to build up to that 4 surge though, to eke out a bit more, to make it a bit more even in terms of the pacing. Respectable. Grape finding the convert here. Subooks on that defense has a clean, opts for that misdrop. That misdrop is fatal. Rough. PCO good, SMH. You can't ban me. I am the mods. Oh no, I'm being banned by I'm being banned by Flower Petal for saying that. Lot of boost. Great with a bit of a Z misdrop there. You wanna slow him down. Nice fine. Unfortunately doesn't have the room there to keep back to back. But going to immediately go into a bit. Oh, the misread there. And Grape was in a bad position. Pushed to the top with not an easy down stack. No surge. Yep, that is a kill condition there. Haha, score. Grape with a nice stack here. Subooks going down. Ooh, kind of RNG garbage on Subooks side. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be a bit of a downside. Ooh, Grape. That's a lot of cheese. Grape, unfortunately, did not have a cancel there. And that's going to be a bit too much of that Parmesan for the... Are grapes a fruit or vegetable? You know what? Never mind. Subooks with the initial surge lead this time round. Grape on that down stack. Smoke. Gonna cheese grape. I do not agree with that. Okay, that could have been a misdrop, so I'm not gonna harp on it too much, but... Yeah, please don't all spin there. Nice conversion there. Going to be in the lead, though both players still hanging on. Subooks breaks. This does ultimately force Grape to break at the very tippy top, kind of stretching it. I'm gonna be real. It is not going to bite Grape in the back though. Ooh, Subooks barely had the pace to live that. But otherwise fine. In fact, the down stack pressure Grape is not prepared for. Greed coming back to haunt him. Bit of a big PCO upstack there from Grape. Not gonna do much but Sun Clean though, I'm gonna be real. My expert analysis, it's not 6-spin equals it's not gonna do anything. Anyways. So Book's in a bit of an awkward downstack situation. Nicely dealt with though. Grape kind of not in good pacing. Has the pieces though. Pieces do not betray Grape in this moment. Sabulk's in an awkward situation. Do not skim like that. Do not. I mean, okay. I was been thinking of pure downstack, but that actually works. Don't mind me. I'm bad at the video game. You scared me though. That was a more greedy option that I did not immediately see. Anyways, both players reset to neutral. Spokes kind of just breaks with nothing to show for it though. Grape on that advantage. Big 23. Kind of a bad break because Spokes was going down there. Now Spokes with the advantage. Into a bit of a sprinkle of cheese while Grape had no defense. This could be rough for Grape. This is a kill condition for Sabulks, and it looks like he's going to take it. Will we see tiebreaker? That is a question I do in fact pose because of the current score on the scoreboard, but you know. I want to see a bit of tanky wanky. Ooh, Grape. Grape, no, Grape, do not build that. That is, no, oh my god, Grape, no, the throw. That kills you, oh. Humming breaker. This is it, folks. No more second prances. Sabulks. The pacing! The mid-drop! No! The mid-drop! Oh my god, you hate to see it. You actually hate to see it. Oh my god. That is a rough misdrop. Oh god. Ay. GG's. Let me write that down. Is my voice okay? I feel like I think I'm peaking. I'm gonna be honest. I'm totally peaking, aren't I? See, this is why I don't comment. I swear, I'm like that kind of commentator where I talk normally, it's so quiet, and then the moment something happens, I'm screaming my arse off. Nah. Don't listen. Okay, especially with my style of commentary, please don't listen to commentary. Like, the only time I listen is when I'm freaking fighting Botchess, maybe. I'm gonna be real. No, actually, like, yeah, don't listen to commentary while you're playing it. Thank you, but I mean, it's not that good. Whatever. Anywho, we have Nuclear Bread versus Cove Holden. Looks like both players are already on top of things. As soon as I become on top of things. Nuclear Bread. Seed. This is 8. Yeah, this is 8. Seed 8 versus Cove Holden. You know, I don't know about any of y'all, but I've actually played like a little bit of the game Cove Holden's from. Yeah. I admit it. I'm a homosexual. Anywho. Let me throw these two on the versus screen, and the versus screen is once again betrayed me. Oh my god. Why does this always happen? Anyhow. Yeah. Yeah, I actually have played a little bit of... I already forgot the name. I mean, it was a generic name, okay? Don't blame me for forgetting it. The game name had to be a bunch of words that are commonly found in the English lexicon, okay? Anywho. Can warm up. I guess that's a yes on warm up. Sure, yeah. I've read things. We are having a warm up. Warm up. ¿Cómo se? I'd win, says Nuclear Bread in the chat. Oh no. Chat, is this gonna be a Gojo battle? I spoke too soon. Well, it's a warm-up. It's a warm-up, okay? That never happened. That never happened. Nah, I'd win. Horrendously dies. Anyways, I hope that warmed you up, because that certainly didn't look like it. Anyways, good luck. Have fun. Let's get into it. For reals this time. We're going to see what is Cove doing. What? Yeah, that's an opener I haven't seen, but otherwise, Nuclear Bread with a funny build. I appreciate you. We're gonna see the break here. That is actually very good time to break for Cove. Nuclear Bread, unfortunately, could easily get down because of yeah. Just look at just look at that board state on Cove's side. A bit of fettuccine, it appears. We're going to see the PCO upstack come out. Nuclear Bread with the tanks. I don't think it's going to matter much. It's just going to end up canceling both ways. Holden with the initial surge lead, it looks like. Oh, I don't agree with that, but you can downstack this either way. Nuclear Bread is going to be able to be fine. Would have been a big upstack, but that misshot kind of kills it. Cove Holden now on a more defensive angle as Nuclear Bread looks to send. That is going to be a 22. Significant, but it's still kind of mid, gonna be honest. And what does that board say? Okay, Nuclear Bread's just dead from that. Yikes. Oh well. That was a lot of cheese. Unfortunate cancel timings for Nuclear Bread there. Going for a bit of, oh, that is an RNG garbage on Cove side. No, the eyepiece. Oh, that hurts. I think as we are all Tetrio players here, you know exactly what kind of pain that brings forth. Ah, well, we still have a set to go through. A bit of a stall maxing. Nuclear Bread breaks first. Cool, but just off to cancel though. Is this PTSD from previous stallers? Looks like Nuclear Bread with the advantage, kind of taking a bit too long on that spin, and then forced to use Surge as a cancel, and then just straight up not fast enough. Yeah, that is a way to die, I guess. Ooh, the misdrop right as the big initial counter surge spike. That was a counter spike. That wasn't really a counter surge. I'm gonna be real. Counters terminology me. Anyways, nicely played from Nuclear Bread. Unfortunate misdrop timing from Coholden. Nuclear Bread kind of breaking early there with good, happened to be good timing for Coholden. When we try to break again, literally only one line sent over. Coholden does misdrop that T-spin though. Oh, that is bad pacing. Finds correct down sack. Survives to another day. Coholden now on a good offensive position. Nuclear Bread caught off guard. Didn't really have anything there as just broke surge, which would make that a counter spike. Nicely done. Oh my god, Nuclear Bread can 4.2 PPS LST. Oh my god. Why is everyone can LST at 10 kajillion PPS these days? I swear to... Nuclear Bread. Unfortunately, you got macroed. Plus, unlucky Q equals you just kind of die. Yeah, it happens with the best of us. Bam, really nice conversion from Nuclear Bread as well as Coholden. They're just gonna opt to cancel out each other's initial surges off to mid game. Coholden seems to be picking it right back up, while Nuclear Bread is in a rougher position. Did not have the pacing there. Nice offense into offense from Coholden. I think it's called a follow-up meet. Anyways. Big RNG garbage for the kill there. Stick spun. What? Okay, what is that? That is a mini TSD into freaking mech. Mech. I'm just not gonna comment on that opener. Genuinely, I think why? Okay. Moving on. True gamers would know that I'm the original mecher against a certain someone on screen here. Teehee. Ooh, Nuclear Bread. That is a rough upstack. I'm gonna be real there. Ooh, nice fine down though. Oh, that eye misshot. Coholden finds the quick fix though with a bit of eye pieces down the gutter, but Nuclear Bread not really in a position to take advantage. Coholden with the upstack. Going to end up canceling the DS spike from Nuclear Bread. Neutral board state. Coholden mini side 4 wide. Extreme skull emoji. Oh, the Z misdrop. Actually, it's gonna be fatal. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. 3-8. The PCO upstack. Nuclear Bread now dealing with the PCO upstack. I'm only going to actually tank that cheese. Trying to send it back. Not really working. Nuclear Bread, unfortunately unable to take advantage of the pacing. We're reset to about neutral here. Both players Unfortunately, could not find a good upstack conversion. Looks like Nuclear Bread is going to be able to find that surge first. Cheesing up Kobold even more, but that really nice down stack. Kind of lucky on the Q. Yes, this down stack is coming through for a certain Cove right now. I think it needs to come through again, though. Ooh, the eye misdrop. That pacing. The pacing. There's not your eyepiece economy in shambles. 4-8. That is rough. Nuclear Bread able to take advantage of that this time around. 4-8. As this set does in fact come closer to a close. Oh, that misdrop. Oh no. Chain misdrops here. You don't lose it now. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna be real. Remember, just take a moment, and you two can stop chain misdropping. Nuclear Bread though, nice upstack. In a prime defensible position, kind of forcing that break there. Nice defense, but the misdrop! That was actually a good defense from Coholden. Unfortunately, the misdrop just straight up kills there. That is not a position you want to be misdropping in. You know what? I don't do pure SCPC anymore. I don't know these builds. I feel like such a boomer. Nuclear Bread, I don't like this. I really don't like how you're stacking. Okay, down stack, yes. Yeah, this is kind of what happens when you just sit at the top of your board and don't do anything. You die. Anyways, enough being mean to the players. Oh my, they're both copy. Why is PCO upstack so ubiquitous now? I'm a hater. I'm actually a hater. Nuclear Bread nearly misdrops that, but saves it. Ooh, that misdrop. Coholden is a misdrop too. It seems like the misdrops are going to cancel out. Both players in a position, I will say. Coholden definitely the better one. That is a beautiful, beautiful board state. Mwah, chef's kiss. I would have held on to it if you could there. You had the room to, but it doesn't matter because the outpacing is just too much. I mean, it was still a good upstack. If you're out pressured, you're out pressured. Coholden match point here. Will we see the end sooner rather than later? That is a rough misdrop on Nuclear Bread. Don't like that T-piece economy anymore. But manages to get down, but in turn, Coholden, with that building surge, okay, yes. Ooh, Nuclear had my, no, it's just gonna cancel. 30 break. Nope. Bad break. It was a bad break. That 30 sends and it only sends like half a board state. Yeah, that just ended up canceling through somewhere else. And the way reset to neutral here. Coholden going down. Ooh, Nuclear Bread. It's fine. Missed that. You missed an all spin. Sad face emoji. Coholden, this is what we like in the biz like to call absolutely will kill you kind of greed. There's a reason avarice is one of the 7 deadly sins, for it is literally deadly in this game sometimes. Nuclear Bread. Unfortunately, the follow-up upstack kind of fell apart. I'm going to be real there. Real here. This is actually looking kind of bad for Nuclear Bread. Spin. Okay. The eyepiece economy, though, has the Q. Oh, and Coholden misdrops. Good fortune for Nuclear Bread. Going to be able to get out of that situation. But we're going to reset to neutral here, though. To hold in another misshot. And the lag. Allowing Nuclear Bread to seem to take the advantage. But all that free clean. I think that was a double garbage set. The garbage RNG going to find the immediate counter spike for the kill. Cove Holden takes the set 11-7. GG. Anywho, I have to get my ducks in order again. Because I didn't freaking schedule this. Because I'm too busy doing everything else. Let me finish the schedule. Yeah. Are my ducks in order? I think my ducks are in order. Just need to throw this on screen. Boop. 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 And our next match for aujourd'hui is Nzanta versus Great. Let me take a drink of water. Today's been a long day. I just get that feeling right now. You know? Looks like we are in fact having a warm-up. I'll get into that à ce moment. Been 1 hour. Chat, I'm suffering from streamer burnout, even though I don't even stream. Top of the board, Zenta. Gonna be fine. So it's great. Also at the top of the board, that is some smile cheese. You see, the thing is, if you use the T-piece there, you don't have anything to down sack with later. So that's going to actually be fatal. Now, also warm up. Let's get into it. Big PCO upstacker Rooney from Grim going to send clean to Nzanta. There's some delicious clean. Going neutral. It's neutral. It's dangerous neutral low. Nzanta breaks first. Grape keeps onto it. Bit of green. Oh, big fractal coming in. And Zenta looking for that counter spike, taking advantage of Grape's cheese. Grape, you need to DS faster there. Unfortunately, cannot get to that S piece in time. I see what you're going for. Unfortunately, you were just too slow. I'm very burnt out, you see. They call me the fire starter for how burnt out I am. Great. Don't greed for the... It's fine. Grape's fine. It's fine. It really isn't, but... Okay. Oh! Just ekes out enough before the Z piece was placed. Yikes. That is one way to kill. Right with the convert. Some of this comes into it. They actually just both break as I say that. Thanks. With the tank there, unfortunately doesn't have some killer DS spike, but you know. All's well, that ends well. Grape is slightly cheese and not currently doing anything about it. Okay, Grape is doing something about it, but is it too late? RNG with the Q there. Grape is saved. Saved. Oh, that is... I'm not sure about this follow-up, though. Inzenta with the lag. Grape bombarded with the cheese. Lag spike, baby. Question mark. Okay. That was certainly something. That is not the downstack Grape. My downstack senses told me that you completely threw that and there's a better downstack. Ow. Any DT cannoners? You're a boomer, Inzenta. A boomer. Also, don't put the O piece over the well. What are you doing? Oh my god. Please. We're an X-rank people. Have some foresight. Just DS there. Oh, whatever. I probably make 10 times more mistakes when I'm playing while commentating. I'm gonna be real. Off position. Grape finding the kill here. Unfortunately, a bit of unluck plus a bit of not down stacking plus a bit of lost pace leads Grape to the kill. 3-3, tied game for now. And they're trying to eke out some cheese in there with those all spins instead of sending RNG clean garbage. It seems like the surge is cancelled, but Inzenta wasn't quick enough and Grape hits her with the follow-up. Oh no, Grape. Oh, that... yikes. Ouch. Rough. You always come when you first meet. For real. A bit of DS fever from Inzenta. She's fine. Though, I mean, to be fair, Grape is starting to build up a significant... finds that convert as well. I don't... the miss shot, though. Doesn't matter. Still has enough pace to make up for it. And Zenta, unfortunately, it's just a bit too much offense to defend to. Kind of need to get lucky there. Unfortunately, it is not in the cards. Is that just time to cook up some offense? Kind of took a bit while there. I don't... Oh, and the misdrop as well. Complete RNG save. That Q was... Oh, that was perfect. Grape decides to take on a more defensive role here. Letting the board reset in neutral to not be caught off guard by anything. And then to breaks first. Grape, crappy Q, kind of taking too long. Unfortunately, no. Grape is not going to find that down stack. 5-5. You need to be able to work through those Qs in those situations, and yeah, it is a skill not many have. I'm gonna be real. Nice find from Grape. Unfortunately, a bit too slow with that, and Zenta simply outpaces there. PC. With the nice convert, and Zenta is the one being outpaced here as Grape takes advantage. This is why PC bad, by the way. Ooh, that eye misdrop. That eye misdrop. And the real killer was taking too long there, unfortunately. Even though I know that it's an awkward position, but with that hesitation, it was what was really fatal. Nice convert for Grape. I mean, Anna and Zanta. That is kind of a weak break from Nzenta. And that is a kind of a very greedy situation for Nuclear Bread. Yeah, don't greed that hard. I mean, I was looking, it's like, weak break, but that, for whatever the situation that was from Grape's side was like 10 times worse. Oh no. Ooh, and Zenta successfully sending through the cheese. Grape going to opt for that down sack there. Unfortunately, not really able to convert the greed into anything. Kind of forced greed, NGL, in that position. Ooh, rough. Rough cannot down sack. And Zenta 2 points away. You know, I'm pretty sure the score is kind of taunting me right now. Nice find from Nzenta. It's been like this every game. Anywho. If you're Bread looking for that convert, finds it. Nzenta with a really clean board state. Not quite count to 6. Makes do. I don't think I like the Osman, though Grape was in a much worse position. Ay, cheese to the moon and back. You need to be able to cancel that before it ruins you like that. Ooh, Grape. Extremely clean board state. And Zenta forced to break first. Ooh, forced skim, but it was misdropped. Already a iffy skim, and it just kind of collapses out without it. Rough. Right, with a slight misdrop, that's not going to really stop him. I mean, it does ultimately end up in a break. I mean, you didn't have to break there, but still. Even with that misdrop, you cannot lose back-to-back there. And Zenta going to take advantage. 11-7. GG's. Rip great. Anywho, oh, would you look at the time? All I can think about is freaking this Chud guy. Nothing ever happens now. Frick you, internet. Anywho. Time for a bit of boopity schmoopity. Bit of throw uppy on screeny. I am the one that's supposed to be asking that. You know what? Sure, why not? Anyways, we have Kof Holden versus this extremely, extremely well-hated player, Cozy Glow, who is extremely bad and will throw 10 games out of 10. Something. I'm hate boxing myself, don't mind me. Anyways, let's get into the warm-up. Lag is the destroyer of worlds. I'm going to practice Gandhi meditation in order to deal with the lag. Oh god. Gandhi meditation is going to save me when I die! Holy crap, I'm actually kind of throwing. Oh no. Okay, I am not down stacking that. Nope. Nothing out of that one. I am very cold, one could say. Not quite coldless, but you know. Chat, you know, I have a slight feeling that I might lose. Just a teensy beensy bit. It's time to lock in with the lag. It's time to lag in, chat. That means I'm going to have to be playing in the one style that I own, that I don't have a choice in. I hate this game. I'm not sure I have much of a choice. I'm gonna be real. I love basically being forced to downstack health. because otherwise I'm just outpaced no matter what I do. That shot kills me. Yikes. I love being forced to play at freaking Twilight speed. Someone send help. Wow, someone has learned that freaking... That PC bad. Skull emoji. Ah well. It's simple, I just have to play at 1 APP to stand a chance at all. Can't be that hard, right? Employ strategy, annoy them to no end. Okay, I'm not. Oh shit. Okay. Fudge! That is not where you want to fish from, people. Oops. Well, that was just upsetting. Ah, well. You know, I'm not here to win it. I'm here to bolster the numbers so it's 16 play. At least that's my cope. We do in fact live in a society. Cancel? What? This is why I don't play Tetrio anymore. I can't believe I'm dying in the stupid misdrops. Okay, this lag is actually killing me. Oh, loser. I like to call this the gaming situation. Clearly, if Gandhi isn't helping me, I don't know why Gandhi would help me. Clearly, I have to summon someone else. Chat, who do I summon? Today, I feel like summoning William the Conqueror straight from 1066. Yeah, nice misdrop, mate. See, it works! Yes, my powers of Norman descent and taking over the English throne, I too shall cause you to misdraw. Or something, I don't know. Oh god, I am bad at pacing here. Uh, mm. Um, I can't downstack that. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, this is what we in the biz like to call I messed up and forgot how to upsack or downsack. Yeah, that was just bad. I didn't know what to do there. My brain isn't working right now. I'm gonna complain, and you're gonna have to listen to it. I messed that up. I had something else there I didn't pan through. Shit. Okay, that just straight up kills. I don't. There's nothing I can do about them this drop given the Q. Oh no. Maybe I should try to get some pacing back. I don't know. It's not really such a good idea though. I don't think I have much of a choice. Case in point. It's Jover. I can't play like this, okay? You try playing with a bunch of lag. Um, oh. What? Okay. Sure. Unfortunately for you, RNG's on my side. I'm just gonna die if I keep doing this like this. I'm gonna be real. Now that's one way to play over 1 EPP. Okay, yeah, I didn't see anything. That, no, 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 bad me. No, you don't see it. No, no, no. 0 brain cells. I don't know. Sometimes it just gets to you. You know what I mean? Everything just sort of fades into la vie. It's so easy to mess up when you're playing slowly, you know? I was nearly dead there. What? Okay. I mean, that's one way to go out, I guess. GG. I'm not exactly the greatest at this game. Oh, let me write that down. Read donations. Wow, I love donations. Is that a Tetris reference? Let me get my ducks in order. Bot chest, I summoned the. Boop, boop. Boop. You know, right now, I feel like a sack of potatoes. '11th century Duke. For real, there's so many bad shit. Please refrain from listening to me whenever I'm commentating and playing. Weird things start to come out of my mouth. Why do you have my commentary on? Go emoji. If you lose, it's your fault for keeping commentary on, SMH. Botches. Looks like we are, in fact, having a warm-up. Let's get into it. Bit of stacky whacking. That is a Finn, if I've ever seen one. Okay, FD. What? Botcha survives because complete RNG. Botchus doing defense. I mean, it is what Botchus is good at, so. FD. Can't really find anything. Find some nice cheese, though. Botchus looking for something here. I can smell it. Odds for just a defensive surge. And Botchus is warmed up. Skull emoji. Okay. Time for the real deal. A sack of potatoes. I always tend to feel like a sack of potatoes on the regular. That is a TST tower from FD. RNG garbage as well. Okay, yeah, that was defended with. 30. What's a 30 spike? Ooh, Botchess. Rough misdraw. Don't really have the pieces for it. Respectable down stack, though 'tis not enough. Some things never change. What is this opener? What is this opener Bosch has? This smells suspiciously of mech. Bit of a mishold. FD trying to pump out the pressure, though it is just coming out as clean and not enough. Bam, spike right as Botch has some misdrops, except it was already pre-cancelled, so it didn't even matter. Okay. Big upstacks from FD. 27, nicely cancelled. Still a bit of cheese though, unfortunately, for Botchess. Botchess gonna go down. Magnaria trying to build up again. Ooh, that is a rough misdrop, going to be fatal. Unfortunately. Botchess with ice spin ice spin mastery there, I will say. Getting out of that situation. DB with a bit of a C spinner Rooney. Gonna go down now. kind of a dangerous neutral board state for both players. Ooh, FD with those big tanks. Botchas uses the surge to defend the last 80-bit that would have been disastrous otherwise. Ooh, slight misdrop though. Going to have to resolve into a bit of an awkward moment, leading FD to take the offensive lead. Nice finds from Botchas though. Botchas forcing Flying Diary to break and actually kills there because Flying Diary was not prepared. This is why you screen watch. H. Yeah, I don't think I have much to say about that one. Flying Diary is a bit of an oopsie daisy. Just trying to force out some cheese. Fungaria canceling nicely despite the misdrop earlier. Fungaria goes down. Ooh, Botchas. No SPs in time. Was that a misdrop? It felt like a really iffy board state. I don't know. I wasn't looking. Ooh, Botchas, the misread on that Q is going to be fatal, unfortunately. Ay, ay, ay. Tis the time for most memey strat of them all. It just sends clean. Skull. Did he go down? Ooh, Botch's search does send him some cheese, though. That was an interesting PCS solver. Murphy. I was just gonna go down. Unfortunately, does not have the pace to cycle to the LPs. Flying area really pushing on the pace, the pacing. For real. There's some bad eyepiece economy from Botchas, unfortunately. It otherwise would have been fine, but it's... I'm not even sure what other skims there were there. That misshop's gonna end up being fatal, unfortunately. Oh no. Nice find. Ooh, FD fatal misdrop. Yikes. Okay, this is just fatal misdrop. Whoever fatal misdrop died. This is an interesting set. Come on, people. Lol. I'm just joking. Oh, Botchas may have misdropped, but really nice save there. Fagnaria has a bit of going on though. It's just the build up, bit of a misread on that Z piece. Ultimately manages to force FD to break nicely. Fagnaria with the freaking DT cannon. Botchas garbage, kind of RNG, and now Fagnaria is dealing with that earlier misdrop. Ooh, kind of RNG garbage as well. Force Waste Eye, but has another. Botchas now the one with the misdrop. Break Surge, cannot find that kill. I don't think anyone's expecting it though. And it looks like that misdrop is going to lead to Botchas's doom. 2-9. You know, one of these days. Oh, okay. That's it. No, I'm not commentating this anymore. No, 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 no. I'm not. No, no, no. Oh my god, what is the season 1 strategy from Botchas? Uh, okay, this is kind of turning into a meme. Sent out. Ooh. Much is in a rough position. Luckily pulled through with the 3.8 PPS down stack, and FD is in trouble. Unfortunately, it looks like Flying Diarrhea's down stack is not 3.8 PPS and dies for it. The pacing is real there. Nicely done from Botchas. Flying Diarrhea waiting for gravity even though you don't have to. Skull emoji. Botchas with the big stack. I don't like that tank there. It's going to be an awkward force skim for FD. I'm just kind of forced on the defensive at this point. With FD threatening to build. Here comes the send. And just few pieces behind. Cannot resolve that pacing there, unfortunately. Flying Diarrhea on match point. Ooh, big RNG garbage from Flying Diarrhea. Oh, that is that was complete RNG. I'm sorry. That zero skill. That one. That last game. Holy moly, roly poly, guacamole. It's gonna be 11-4 for Sharkery. Gonna write that down. Botchas is, of course, blaming me. Who could have seen that one coming? So you have Zenta versus Cove Holden. Let me write the thingy down. If I could just alt tab correctly. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. So we are in fact having a warm-up. And let's get into it. I swear, Zanto's like the only player in this rank that does DT cannon. And that is some rough misdrops though. At least it's warm up. At least it's warm up. Okay, let's get to the real thing now. Vous êtes prêts? Because I'm not. A bit of a stacky wacky from Nzenta. Going to be a forced break from Cove Holden. Ultimately going to resolve into a neutral on that opening phase right then there. I don't agree with that T-play. Okay, maybe it actually works if you think about it. I stand corrected. Nzenta kind of RNG there with that upset, but doing good, doing good. Big stacks. Nzenta ekes out a bit of that surge for the mozzarella cheese. Forcing Cove Or to not have the offense advantage, though Ko just kind of just ends up counter spiking because Zenza kind of greeted a bit too much there. Oh my god. Ko Holden employing strategy down stack at 2 VPS, okay. Zenta wanting to send that cheese. Cove can cancel, but that is a good 5-liner. Zenta unfortunately doesn't really have anything built, kind of used all of the material. Cove Holden able to easily get through. Zenta really looking to keep that offense pressure going. I think it's gonna end here though. He's still building it up. Copeland actually has a mountable response that isn't just defense here now. And Coat is going to take that counter surge and run with it. That is not the skims you want to see. Oof. Oof. Bit of a plonk. Zenta completely forgoing any sort of resemblance of timing. In fact, Zenta's board state's a bit, iffy. But, you know. Okay, I don't like this in Zenta. Please go down. Thank you. Oh my god. Now it's just evolved into de-essing fest. This is what happens, people. This is what happens. The Koholin is going to try and find the conversion. Just opts for even more cheese. What is wrong with you? Koholin in a good position. Opting to send the small surge again. And Zenta looking to maybe take this offense lead before she has to use it for defense. Doesn't matter because Cove, those misdrops, oof, are going to actually be fatal. You and the Striders. We need Strider baby jail sooner rather than later. DNA from Zenta question mark. Yeah, no. Zenta with them big up stacks. Bam! 26. Kind of RNG on that DS spike, and it's going to straight up out pressure Cove. And Zenta with a bit of a situation. I mean, Cove, you have some cheese on your side as well. Don't act like you're not also in a situation. Though it looks like Inzenta is going to be the one with the messier situation. Was that a that looked like a misdroppy board? Surprised Inzenta didn't take that down stack there. This is not good. This is not opener gaming, unfortunately. Oh well, it happens to the best of us. PC from both of you, you're no longer in Season 1, what are you doing? Isn't that awkward position? Ko, that I misdrop. Kind of rough on that eyepiece economy. Manages to stride out a almost down stack. Yeah, no, a bit too much there. Misdrop going to be fatal to Kove's pacing. I'm gonna do a misdrop situation on Kove's side, but it doesn't matter because Vincent just broke over her own accord anyway. Hope with the DS spike looking to cheese a little. Kind of, no, wait, no, it ends up as ultimate. What am I? Anyways, big, fat, clean board state on Zenta's side. Okay, that cannot be intentional from Manzenta. That was fatal. Yeah, that was definitely a misdraw. Right? Oh no. Okay. Please tell me that was a misdraw. Zenta board state iffy. Silent needs to go down a bit. I mean, doesn't want to lose any complete surge disadvantage, but it's not like Cove was holding on to any. So since it's safe to just DS here. This Cove did misdrop a little earlier. Seems like we are resetting to a more neutral board state. Sense, please just go down here. Please, no! No! Do not STSD there! Do not, I repeat, do not STSD there! What are you doing? This is why you need to go down! Both of you! In fact, all of you. This is your daily reminder from the Go Down Federation. Go with the save there. Ooh, I misdrop. Oh. H. Zenta kind of high up. Does in fact go down this time. Yay. Still, the pacing here is not to your advantage. Well, Zenta finds a somewhat lucky Q. And Zenta makes it out. Cove kind of forced cheese in the process. I'm cover this in a little there. I guess, do you really want to eke out the clean through Zenta? This is just gonna send it right back as a big fat surge cheese spike. 5-7. True. Gotcha is in fact playing in Stratosphere, rare sighting. Hi Nora. Bit of a cheese fest, which was all cancelled. Bit of a oopsie daisy on Cove side. Ouch. Oh my god, don't PC chatters, PC bad! PC bad! Though, to be fair, I don't know what's happening. Pico's board state. Barely living. Oh my god, it's tied up. The misdrops. The misdrops on Cove's side are not doing him well right now. Still have room for the set to go in favor though. It's all the way up. Big stack of cotton, I know. Ay. The turnaround here, and Zenta in the lead. Will she keep this momentum? Cool. Bit of more down stacking. And Zenta in a good position. I can smell that Strider. That Strider Jubilee. La Vivre du Stride. Coming out. Oh, in fact, I think it's coming out from both players here, actually. That is some 3.6 from Gotcha. From Cove Holden for the kill. Kind of cheesed from the down stack into the pressure. Zenta was unable to tear through the cheese in time. Cove kind of pushed high. But Cove has the pacing in order to keep up here. As long as nothing bad happens. I say nothing bad happens. This is kind of an ass queue. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, no, you just... That was just a... That queue is utter garbage. Yikes. Oh, and the misdrops on Cove side. And it looks like they're gonna be fatal. Match point for Unzenta. Unzenta's greeting to hell and back. Big 14. It doesn't even matter. Oh, Go Holding could just eat that surge up and then just spit it back out. The board was greeted to hell and back. There's nothing she could do. Yeah, that's why you don't greet people. So with this slit 18 break, enough to kill, but enough to gain a sort of pace advantage. Looks like Inzenta's working through this really nicely. Had a very favorable queue there. We're gonna reset the position. Inzenta, please stop greeting. Just no, like, greed. It's the greed with Inzenta, I swear. Humming Breaker now. 10-10. All bets are off the table. You best not misdrop or greed yourself to death, either of you. Inzenta, please. Inzenta, what? Please. Oh, okay, it's fine. It's not very fine, but we make do. It's not like Cove Holden really has anything to take advantage of that momentary questionable situation. Big multiplier. Inzenta never went down. Too much cheese. Too much cheese. Cove Holden takes it. 11-10. Holy moly. Roly-poly guacamole. That was a set of all time for sure. Looks like the rematch is going to be in a certain Gacha Life's cringe favor compared to earlier in this tournament. Not seen on stream. Anywho, someone get Botchus in here. road to H-Ring. It's like we're in fact in losers finals now. Where is that botchess? Hello. Ask for a warm up. Seems like it's a yes. Warm up it is. We live in a society where the Wombos continue to ties. Hey, yeah, what was that? It's crazy timing. Crazy. Oh my god, I'm losing my commentary mojo. It's so over. Good luck, have fun. Anywho. Cove Holden is now on your left and not right. Keep that in mind. It's just a bit of a situation, but otherwise perfectly fine. Cove on his way down. Botchess with an O piece. That's fatal. Ouch. Upstackaroonie. Gotcha with the big go down Rooney. Unfortunately, much is unaffected, prepared, and ready for it. Ooh. Kofulin with those misdrops. Botchess as well, but it doesn't matter because Botchess' surge was actually big enough there to where those misdrops didn't matter. That spike was a while in the making. Surge, I should say. Funny imp-cross. I don't know what Botchess' board is. What? Oh, the eye misshop though. It somehow works out. Okay, Botchess. I have no comment. That is a misdrop fix of all time. Oh, speaking of misdrops though, rough. Looks like Kofulin's going to make it through, and just as I say that, Botchess with the O piece. That's like 10 times more fatal though. Ouch. Please don't be just like a misdrop set. Oh my god. Botchess right as I say that. Certainly a whoever freaking misdrops and dies first loses type beat. But you know. Just with a really interesting ultimates out there. I don't like that imp cross. Mr. Cove Holden. Yeah, no, you're gonna be punished for that. That's just too greedy. Not enough down stacking. And the meme opener has returned. I'm sorry, but 4 hours is just straight up a meme. There's no way it is not a meme anymore. The bad 4 wide RNG as well. Nearly kills. But bot just gets through. I'll just nicely keeping Surge here for the defense. Before them breaking, allowing bot chest for the counter Surge. Nice. And that is why keeping Surge can actually go into your favor. The power of the all spin. Ooh. And somehow 4 wide returns, even when no one asked for it. Oh god. All the 4 wide cheese. That is now, in fact, going down. I will say the 4 wides 2 sends are easier to deal with than like pure 1s. So it's not like 4 wide is really a good tool for cheesing in my opinion. Ooh, the pacing. Rough. Should have put the eyepiece down first. The T is a bit too far away for your current speed. Rogers is going to take the lead off of that. Pulling with a slight opener misdrop. Botchas in a situation of his own creation, which was completely intentional and works out nicely. Fun. And just that nice conversion there. With the Neo as well. I see you. Mini T-spin. Double. Oh, those misdrops though. Oh, tied back up. Really devolving into misdrop set. Please, people. Keep it together. Fortunately, misdrops from earlier put Botchas too far behind the pacing. Couldn't find a downstack there, unfortunately. Double quad defense, both players. Looking for the yummy. Bosch just hangs on to it. Cove now in a rough position as Bosch's ability to hang on to back is going to be Cove's downfall in that game. 5-5. Nicely done from Botchas. I don't know if that was a shot from Botchas, but works out nicely for him. Go SSD into the big stacks. Ooh, that is a iron misdrop. Going to be for the kill. This is really just misdrop set. Oh my god. Chat, please. Not just the big cheese attempts. Doesn't really work out. But with Garbo can't underscore special too wide. Okay. Looks like the after effects cheese of the down stacking from Botchas is going to head through for Cove. And going to allow Botchas to get out of that situation. It looks like a Cove holding couldn't deal with that cheese that was sent over, whereas Botchas could deal with it. 6x. Stackaroonie. That is a 7-2 if I've ever seen one on Cove side. I don't like the stacking from Cove, I'm gonna be honest. And Botch just kind of misdropped there, presumably. Still holding on to back-to-back regardless. Opting to keep it. Until he really couldn't anymore because Cove was in a bad position and it seems like Botch has recognized this. Opting for that greed for the kill and it seems to have paid off. Ooh, rough misshot from Cove. I think that was a misread on Q for Botchas. Unfortunately, cut the surge short. I'm going to end up just canceling out each other. I could imagine a scenario where Botchas kept back to back there. Got that misdrop. Now both players are down stacking. Well, Botchas is. Both holding with the STSD. Botchas now firmly on that defensive. Ooh, nice 180 TSS there for the extra bit of pressure. Cove clutch clear. Nearly got counter spiked, but saved the very last minute. I just like QRNG and then Botchas misdropped and died from the counter spike. Ay, ay, ay. 7-7. Botchas the very, very greed till you can't more. Can't no more. Playstyle. At least it didn't kill him. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, big cheese incoming from Botchas. So Botchas did a slight shot, slowing down the pacing. Cheese is being sent back and forth. I misdrop. Botchas can't do anything. Cheese sandwich. Cheese sandwich. Are you talking about Weird Al Yankovic, but My Little Pony cheese sandwich? I think I'm losing it. Botchas with the clutch there. Nicely done, knowing how to spin through those. And Gotcha dies because misdrop, presumably. Or maybe because he doesn't go over. I don't know. Wasn't looking. Cove does force Botchas to break. Or neutral for the initial surge. Cove looks like still having to deal with the cheese. Has a really nice Q for it. Ends up working out really nicely. Ooh, Botchas, the mid-drop T-spin going to be deadly. This back and forth is going to matter more and more as we reach closer to the end of the set here. This very just two mid-drops first match, I swear. Ooh, Botchas with a really nice thing building here. I'm going to have to break in a not optimal way, I will say. Botchas now on the defensive because of that. Ooh, the miss. I think mishold. Botchas definitely thought that was a T-piece. But Q actually saves his butt. That was definitely RNG from Basha's survival there. Poe with a really nice sequence from that 9-0, I will say. The immediate go for it after Botchus breaks, unfortunately, good idea, but you don't have enough search to really pull it off. And Botchus simply counter spikes with the garbage sent over from Cove Holden. Wii Sports Tennis Breakpoint here. Botchus with the RNG 29. I don't even think that needed to be a misdrop from... I don't know if that was a misdrop or not, but... I honestly, no, it doesn't feel like a misdrop. That just felt like an out-pressured moment. Oh, no! Oh, you hate to go out like this. You really do. Except Cove Holden hangs on by a thread. Complete RNG. Oh my god, the freaking Neo kick on the J piece for Botchus. That just does find the second PC there. Yeah, you have to skim T like that. Botchus going back down. Oh, PL misdrop at the top of the board. That is not a situation you want to misdrop in. Botchus takes it 11-9. Yes, I did in fact see that S climb. If you're talking about the clutch S climb at the top of the board, yes, in fact, I did see it. You know, a surprising amount of people high ranked do not know how to 180 spam for the S and Z climbs, I will say. If you are one of those people, get good. People bad. Anyways, hello. I'm starting to run out of steam. I had a coughing fit at the end of that set. Oh, yeah. Anywho, chatters. Who is ready for grand finals? Ooh. So we are in fact having a warm-up. Botchus doing typical Botchus warm-up strategies known as memeing. Okay, oh, fine area is dropped. Unfortunately, it looks like Botchus. Think that was an I misshot earlier? I don't really know. It's kind of just pacing issue. I'm gonna be real. And let's get into it. Your Stratosphere 131 Grand Finals. Good luck, have fun. As a reminder for those of you who are watching from the TWC stream and not chatting because you're not our regulars, since Botchin is coming from the loser's side of bracket, he needs to win twice in order to win the tournament. Lol. Big 22 from FD. Ooh, Bosch has nice counter spike. Flying Diarrhea. Cheese. His Bosch just attempts to cheese again, but Flying Diarrhea is not having it. Cancels it through. Ooh, Botchas. Unfortunately, that misdrop there. It's only slight pacing issue. Slight pacing interruption. It's not going to be that bad. Flying Area, however, is going to try and get Flying Diarrhea. Greeting for the TST tower. It's not even a clean convert. And it works. Oh my god. That is... Oh. LQ. 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 A CST style stacking from both players. Oh, but it looks like Botch's board state kind of died. If only we had a different spin system. Flying area with a oopsie daisy on the opener. Ooh, Botch's nice on board, looks like. Into the big fat DS spike. FD barely able to survive. Looks like we are being reset back to neutral. Flying area with a very interesting build. Botchas with a slight LP to deal with later. Flying area breaks. Botchas pushed to the top, but not out. Unfortunately, the pacing is a bit too much. Flying area, the follow-up is going to kill. Botchas pulling out the LQ for white strats. Oh my god. The multiplier defense. Oh my god, and the pacing from that complete RNG is enough to kill Flying Diarrhea. Honestly, that felt forced. That's crazy. What is this set? FD going down. Bam. About just forced some unhealthy skims into a slight misdrop. And it's going to be enough to kill from FD. That's just a nice convert there, I will say. Goes for the down tackle. FD was in a bad position, forcing FD to break. A bit of a plonky wonky moment for both of our players. Botcheps opts the cheese route. Slight misdrop at the end. FD makes it to the earlier sent cheese. And goes down. That's just an awkward moment there. Not really any good way to all spin. And that build later doesn't work out. You need to spin the J and then spin the J. I don't know. This is big spike. Flying area forced to use the surge defensively, but nothing else. Reset back to dangerous neutral, actually. They're both just going straight back into it with the follow-ups. FD breaks. Botchas, iffy situation. Might have been a misdrop. Actually, no, it was definitely a misdrop earlier. Botchas makes it through with a really nice, solid, over 3.5 PPS down stacking. Able to keep pace with FD there. Into the 4 wide. Ooh, but the misdrops afterward. Botchas, again, really nice down stacking. Kind of RNG that time around, too. Botchas' board state is back to a more healthier position, but it looks like Flying Diarrhea is going to have the slight advantage on this incoming surge. Ooh, and Botchess with the misdrop. Botchess forced to break early. Flying area able to hang on because of this into a favorable surge position. Oh, kind of overstacked there. Forced to break surge in a not favorable position. Forced to use it defensively. This allows Botchess to easily survive things. Oh, I say that, but Botchess kind of misdropped and died there at the very end. I don't know. Ooh, big stick spinneroonies coming out from Botchess. Ooh, that eye misdrop though. Rough. Botchess deals with it as a downstacker should. Flying area. Had that cancel. Has to take out T-Spin 0. MD is definitely being pressured here. Botchess goes at it again. Flying Diarrhea actually surviving through the RNG. Ooh. Flying Diarrhea does have the speed to keep pace here. Botchess continues to try and send the Cheese Armageddon. But unfortunately, without a bit of that extra luck. For all this luck FD is getting, it's just not working. And Botchess is going to eat that counter spike and die. Ay. This is the thing. The faster your pace is, the more chances you are to get lucky. This is the nature of the higher rated gamers. Come on, G. Botchess with it on stack, but Flying Diarrhea. That big fat 10, 11, 12. Botchess finding that funny T-spin. Flying Diarrhea had the advantage, you know, until he freaking misdropped at the very top of the board and died with a 12 surge. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a rough way to go out, I will say. Just with a nice convert, Flying Diarrhea, again with the TSD tower. You know, both of you are kind of trolling here, I'm going to be real. Botchess exhumes, but Flying Diarrhea has the piece RNG. Oh, and Botchess doesn't. Oh my god. Honestly, FD kind of getting a little lucky this set. However, Botchess is in a relatively good position. Always finds a slightly lucky way out. Ooh, rough, but Botchess makes it through. Honestly, I think that speaks to Flying Diarrhea's down stacking skills. Like, Botchess is our main down stacker playstyle here, but don't sleep on FD. They're a pro for a reason. Or something. Big coming in. Break. Botchess completely expecting it. Botchess eats it like a champ. Washing machine. that was a moment. Flying area again with the offensive build, but Botchess able to build up a slight surge. Unfortunately, the follow-up is going to be able to kill. Botchess, unfortunately, is simply outpaced by the end there. So close, yet so far. FD with a bit of an opener. Spike, and Botchess dies to greed. Fair. I mean, that would have been good if FD didn't have a DS spike afterward, but you know. Ooh, big 26. Oh, okay, yeah, that was kind of RNG on the garbage. And 4.6 PPS. Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. And Flying Diarrhea is going to be your Stratosphere 131 champion. Congratulations. Anywho, let me quickly write that down. Boop. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for our players for playing. To our players for playing, excuse me. Thank you, all staff that was around for this tourney. Looking at you, Dingo. Yeah. It's going to be it for me. Something, shilling, looking chat, IDK. Wow, I love shilling. Anyways. Don't you just love shilling? Anywho, something. I must find a raid target for us raiders to commit Viking from 800 raids against IDK. I don't see anyone on my following list. Double check Tetrio. Anyone I instantly recognize? Nope. Chat, any suggestions? I have no clue. TEC. Recognize anyone? No. 99. No. PPT2. Nope. I don't know. Classic. Come on. No one's playing Classic. Okay, yeah, no, I have no idea. Chat. If no one recognizes, I'm not going to raid into anyone I don't recognize. Right. Oh, raid no one. Yeah, wow, raidless stream chat. It's so over. It's like we're no longer Vikings. We're modern day Scandinavians. This is so sad. Anyways, yeah, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next one, which is going to be Radiant. Actually, one more thing. I may as well shove this here. Whoa, would you? Where's my shill? Image. Browse. This. Whoa, would you look at that, chat? Are you Filipino and or able to visit the region in recent days? Wow, look, it's a LAN in Manila. You know, as a very American person, I'm unfortunately unable to visit this, but you know, if you are not American person, you should totally visit it. Anyways, yeah. Sit to I feel like I'm forgetting something. And if I forgot something, it's probably not important. Okay, thanks, bye!